Hello, welcome to today's show of Grandma's Easy Cooking. Today we're going to make a ham and cheese quiche. It's really easy. We are going to use 6 eggs. I got some sliced deli from the ham that we're going to chop up. We're going to use 1 cup of cottage cheese. You can use any brand that you want. I just got great value. I'm cheating today and we're going to use some already sliced onions. We're going to use a 1/2 cup of that. 1 pie crust. 1 cup of sharp cheddar cheese. 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And 1 cup of 1/2 and 1/2. We are going to line our pie pan with our avocado spray. So I'm going to do that first. If you notice, I have it sitting on a cookie sheet. Whenever I cook, I use a cookie sheet so that I have some place to grab. So if we start with our pie crust, we're going to go ahead and get that open. It comes with 2. So I was thinking in a few days I would also do a Mexican quiche. That one is my favorite. The ham and cheese is the one that my husband likes. Really is this easy. We are going to take our pie crust and unroll it. And then just make it fit in our pan. And I actually like this pan because it doesn't leave me a lot of extra crust. So I'm able just to mold it along the edges. Now, a lot of people actually cook their dough first. So I'm gonna say that's a personal preference. I don't. I am gonna, however, use the bottom of my measuring cup just to flatten it out some. And actually the sides kind of make nice for rolling it out on the side. So there we have our crust down in our pie pan. So I'm just gonna set that aside for right now. Now if you wanted to pre-bake your crust, now's the time that I would go ahead and do it for, some people like 10 minutes, some people like 15 minutes. Again, I don't pre-bake mine. We are going to start over here with 6 eggs. So I'm just gonna crack each one in here. To this, we're gonna go ahead and add our pepper. So that was 1/4 teaspoon. So we're gonna use a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And it doesn't have to be perfect. There we go. We want to go ahead and add in our cheese. And actually, I'm gonna mix that up before I add in our cheese. So let's go ahead and add in 1 cup of 1/2 and 1/2. Measuring glass, but this will work just fine. 1 cup of cottage cheese. Now, some people like to add Swiss cheese or another kind of cheese. You can definitely do that. The cottage cheese just makes it really creamy. We need our 1/2 cup of onions. Now these, we are just gonna pour right in here. I'm gonna go ahead and whisk it a little bit to break up these eggs. You don't wanna whisk it too much, but we definitely want to break up all of the eggs. Add in 1 cup of cheese. Normally I wouldn't measure it out, but since we're doing it for the recipe, I will. This is a 2-cup bag, so I would just normally split it in half. But let's go ahead and measure it out for everyone at home. Perfect. Now I like to add, just to give it some greenery, I like to add some chopped up spinach. But we're not going to do that. I didn't have any this time. Now I'm going to cut up some ham. At the deli, I just got their thickest slice of ham. and we need a cup of it. So I'm going to cut it up. I'm going to do 2 pieces at a time, and that should be plenty. They don't have to be super small or perfectly sized. Just cut them however. A little more. This I am just going to sprinkle along the bottom of my pan. Just that easy. Right? We are going to take and add our egg mixture and just pour it right over the top. At this point, if you wanted, you could actually sprinkle a little more cheese on it. It's up to you on your cheese preference. Now I'm gonna get some Reynolds wrap. We're gonna cover it up and stick it in the oven for 45 minutes. I'm gonna take the tin foil off and check it. If a knife goes in it and comes out clean, it's done. If not, I will remove the top and put it back in. So I will see you in about 45 minutes. Hello, so our 45 minutes are up. So I'm gonna take our quiche out of the oven, take the tin foil off, and we're gonna take a look at it. We definitely need to put it back in. It is not finished yet. I'm gonna put it back in the oven for 25 minutes uncovered, and then we will be back to check on it. I'm gonna stick in a knife. And perfect, we came out perfectly clean. So our quiche is ready. So as you can see, it's a perfect quiche. We are gonna let it sit here and cool down, and then we will cut it. So when you actually cut it, you could serve this with some sour cream, you could serve it with some salsa, you could serve it with some hot sauce, anything that you want. It's just a really good meal. You can eat it for breakfast, lunch, dinner. If, for say, you didn't eat all of it, if you want to cut it up in slices and wrap it in saran wrap and then tuck it in a Ziploc bag, you could actually store it in the fridge for up to a month. I personally wouldn't go any longer than a month, but I think a month is good. And anytime you wanted a piece of quiche, you'd simply pull it out, unwrap it, and put it in the microwave. So thank you for joining us for today's edition of Grandma's Easy Cooking. See you next time.